So, good evening, guys. I hope I'm audible. People can respond. Good evening, Shubham. Yes, okay. Good evening, Prabha. So, let's wait for a couple of minutes and then we'll begin today's session. And I just want to let you know if you people have any doubts regarding the concepts which we have covered until uh, the day before yesterday. Good evening, Chandana. Good evening, Hari. Done. Okay. I have seen, I think, Shubham's and one more person's message in the mail. Like, you people have texted me. Like, I had some work, that's why I couldn't reply. I'll reply you today. So, today I hope, you people, like, revisited the topic binary representation of numbers, right? Because it will help us in while handling the bitwise and the shift operators. And yesterday I couldn't conduct the session due to some network issues from my side because of bad weather. So from today, I mean, the class will be postponed to Tuesday, most probably, I guess. So yep, within a couple of minutes we'll start. Until then, I just need your people response, like whether you have got all the concepts that were covered on that day, on the very first day. Okay, I mean, like, I'm audible, right? Like, there is no response from your side. Please do respond to some questions which I'm asking. No, no, like, today it's day two, right, Shibam? Day three will be on Monday, and most probably, I mean, we have classes on Monday also. Okay, so today, Monday, and yesterday session will be postponed to most probably Tuesday, I guess. Okay, yes, thank you, Shibam. Okay, so in order to start with today's session, until this we have seen. Next is the variables. I know you people, like, some other programming languages. So there is nothing to explain you deep about what is a variable. Variable is nothing but it acts as a placeholder where you can store some values. Okay, so there are three different kinds of variables. One is local, another one is instance, and another one is a class. So that day itself, we have also seen many examples. Local means if you are declaring any variable inside a particular function block or inside something. For example, instead of a for loop, you are going to define some variables. So that comes under the local variable concept. Instance means, like for example, let's say you are writing something like this: class employee, and you are having different methods present over here. Before this, you would have provided some variables like a string name or emp id. So something like this. So these variables which are declared inside the class, but they are declared outside the methods that is present in the class, right? So that is known as instance variables. Class variables are nothing but they are the static variables only. We used to, in other words, we used to call it as class variables, and this is how your variable memory allocation will be stored. So the syntax is you will be defining the data type of the variable, the data type uh, which the variable will be holding some value. So here 20, it is the age variable, it's going to contain some integer value. That's why we have defined the variable as an int variable. Int here is the variable name along with the value. So this is all about the variables. I just want you people to put this in the chat for this, for the answer of this question. What is the size of int data type in bytes? It's quite easier. Last class only we have seen. So I just need your answers in the chat. What is the size of int data type in bytes? Good evening, Navneetam. Good evening, Jaya. Good. 4. Yes. Next thing is the operators. Okay. So operators are nothing but if you are going to see the main purpose of writing any programs is some computational task, right? So operators are actually used to perform some operations, so that you will be yielding a good, like a result, the computed value or the calculated result. So according to the operations which we are going to perform, there are 8 different types of operators in Java. Arithmetic, unary. Arithmetic means it is normal, like the mathematical operations which we usually have in our basic math, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Next thing is the unary operator. Unary means the word unary. We know binary means it is two, right? So 0 and 1. Binary means it is two. The meaning is. Unary means the meaning is one. So you're going to perform some operations on a single operand. You have to know these words. What is an operand and what is an operator? For example, here is an expression like this: a plus b is equal to c. Here, the operators or the symbols that are used for the computation purpose are called as operators. The data on which the operation is going to be performed, they are actually termed as operand. So here A, B, and C are operand, and plus and equal to comes under operators. Okay. Yes. So you're going to work only on a single operand. So you're going to perform some data. Either it can be an increment operation or it can be a decrement operation that is done only on a single operand. So that is called as unary operator. Assignment means normally you're going to assign some value, and you will also combine arithmetic and assignment as well. So if you are giving something like a plus is equal to 5, this is same as a is equal to a plus 5. Okay. So here you are performing arithmetic as well as assignment. So arithmetic and assignment operators are combined, and it can also be used for the computational purpose. Next is the relation operator. If you want to compare the relationship between any two statements or any two expressions, for example, it could be greater than, less than, not equal to, less than or equal to, double equal to, everything comes under this thing. And I mean, usually the result, okay, or the output of a relation operator will be a binary value. Binary value means either true or false. And here the like when it comes to logical operator also, the result is going to be a boolean value. Once again, the result is going to be a boolean value whenever you are applying the logical operators as well. So here also the output will be in the format of a boolean variable. Good evening, Vishal. Yes, Hari has also responded to the chat. Good. Okay, so when it comes to logical and we have and, or, and not. People, do you know the concept of truth tables? Few people know, it will be easy for me to explain those things. Do you know truth tables? If anyone doesn't know, also you can respond me in the chat so that we can go and revisit what is truth tables, and then we can explain how it works. So the logical and or not, we are having three major operations when it comes to logical operators. So here, like there are truth tables. Truth tables means some of the proofs. So when you have these combination of inputs, what will be the corresponding output? Okay, so based on that, we'll be having certain truth tables. So that is, like we'll see all those truth tables and all. So people who have studied computer science, you might have known what is a logic gate and what is truth tables and all. If people from different streams are there, you can let me know so that I'll teach you that. Next thing is the ternary operator. Ternary operator, other name of ternary operator is conditional operator, where you will be making use of the symbols question mark and colon. I'll be telling you how the syntax will be and how you have to define the ternary operator and all. Whenever you are doing competitive programming, the ternary operator will help you to reduce the number of lines of your code. So whatever thing you want to do it in if else block, you can easily do it with the help of ternary operator. Okay. And next one is the bitwise operator and the shift operator. So these two operators are actually going to work on the bitwise level of the numbers. Okay, and this in the bitwise operator we are having a bitwise and bitwise or. These are bitwise and bitwise or and bitwise not, and XOR also we have. Next one is the shift operator. Shift operator means we are going to like shift the bits of a number according to the statement or according to the condition which is given to us. This also is going to work in bitwise bit level only. So we are having shift right and shift left operators. So these are all the eight operators I have just given you an overview. Okay, so here this both will work in the bitwise level. Now we'll see how each different operator will work. Yes, truth tables is for binary numbers. Yes. So guys, I mean like okay, so I hope you people, people who know, like programming languages earlier, or like who know Java earlier. Not only them, others can also open your online compilers or any other IDEs. Okay, that can be VS Code or Eclipse or IntelliJ, and you can start working on the arithmetic operations. And one more thing, if you people, if you all know the basic arithmetic operations and all those things and all, we can skip this part and we can concentrate more on the advanced topics, means collections and but for sure I'll go through the bitwise operators. So if you people have a good idea on that, I will just give you 5 minutes so that you can work practically on these things. These things in the sense the things which you know, and whatever you don't know you can put that in the chat so that I'll explain those things. Will that work, or can I go with everything? Need your responses, guys. Okay, so initially I'll give you a small task in this arithmetic operation. It is quite simple. What you can do is I'll give you some 5 minutes. You can open your IDE and you can start writing this logic. I'll tell you what my arithmetic operation must do. It's so simple. Okay, in your this task one, it's simple only. Just to check whether T, this is not G. Okay, so just to will work. Okay, okay. So guys, I'll give you some 5 minutes so that first you can have some familiarity with the IDs. If you're going to use any other thing, means what you do is means just build a, don't use switch case and all. Just build a basic calculator. If you know, you can do this. If you don't know, don't worry. We'll see all the operators and then you'll be able to do this, but you have to try. People who know programming languages and Java earlier can do this task now. You can work on the task. For people who don't know, don't worry, you just try. We'll see all the things. Okay, so build a basic calculator where don't use any while loop and all. A single thing is enough. So just have some choices, or that is also your preference only. So I need my system to do the basic arithmetic calculations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. So I'll give you 5 minutes so that you can have some. You just try this, okay? And if you have any doubts, you can let me know in the chat. Using switch case also we can make it easily, but if you know switch case, you can do using that also. The people who don't know, and I mean switch case and all, just you can build a simple thing. And I need you people to share your code in the chat section so that I'll know until which concepts you people know. People who already know Java. If you know if else, while loop, switch and all, I'll just give a dry run on those things, and then we can concentrate on collections, DSA more. So yes, I am giving you some 5 minutes. At before 6:25, you people can put the code in the chat. Don't worry, like people who doesn't have any idea on these things, you try. Even if the code is incorrect, you can put the code which you have tried in the chat section. Okay, like it is one way to test whether you people are working parallelly with me or not. That's it. Okay. So guys, is it fine? Fine, right? So just I'll give you some 5 minute small task only. Guys, anyone can respond. Yes. Okay. So, if you have any doubt, you can let me know in the chat. Okay. So start solving this task. Okay, so you people have. Okay, so Shubham has used a switch case. Good. Okay. For modelers, you are supposed to. Okay, six. Okay, okay. You are also checking the number is odd or even. Huh? Okay, good. So Shubham, you also know about exception handling as well, right? Good. Okay. What about others? I hope you people are trying in the backend. Okay. Good. Okay. So I hope like people, others, are you trying or can I consider like you can drop the code until which you have practiced, so that okay. Okay, so Ankur, you are also use switch case. Okay, okay, so I'm fine with Ankur and Shubham. Others, like, have you tried out anything or you are unable to do things? Okay, but like, please work with me parallelly. Then only you'll be having some idea on these things. Okay. So I think yes, you are good with the arithmetic operations where we are having the basic things, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, and one more thing, if you want to, like take the input during the runtime, I'll show you the example. We'll be making use of the scanner class. Okay, so good, Ankur and Shubham. Good. Um, so So we'll be making use of the scanner class. So in order to use my scanner class and the methods present in that, I want to import my java.util library. Either I can give util.star or I can also give util.scanner. Okay. Yes. So first of all, as I've already said, in order to use any methods that is present inside a class, we have to create an object, and then only we'll be able to use or manipulate the variables or methods that is present inside a class, right? So let me create an object, creating an object for the scanner class. So scanner sc is equal to new scanner of system.in. This is the way to create an object, and int num1 is equal to. There are many methods in the like scanner class. For example, if I want to take any int value as the input from the user, then I'll use the method nextInt. So for different data types, I have different things. If it is for like float, I'll be having next float. Or I'll use next float, And if it is for, like next double, I'll use next double. Like if it is for next boolean, I'll use next boolean. So like this, I have different methods to take the input of the numbers that is belonging to different data types. Okay. Yes. So like when you come here, as it is an integer variable, let me use sc dot next int to take the input, and I'll print the input value taken from the user is num1. When I try to run this, if I'm giving 5, it is telling the input value taken from the user is 5. And as we'll use in Python, we use comma, right, for separation. Here we'll use plus or plus. Okay. So this is the way to take the input during runtime from the user, and there are many methods. You can go and explore those things. And like you can either take the input of two numbers, or you can assign it directly. Int num1 is equal to 5, or num2 is equal to 4, then system dot out dot println num1 plus num2. You can do all those things. So here I want to highlight the modulus operator. This is actually used in order to give the remainder value. For example, if you want to give 5 mod 4, then it will give the output as 1. So when you are dividing 5 by 4, what is your like a remainder that will be given as the output. And next thing is the unary operators. So as I have already said you, that unary operators means it will be working on a single operand. Okay. So when it comes to unary operators, we are having increment and decrement. Increment means you are going to increase the value by 1. If it is decrement, you are going to decrease the value by 1. In this itself, we are having something called as post increment, pre increment. Once again, good, Hari Prasad, good. Okay, so you have also tried it out, good. Um, you are having two things: post increment and pre increment. Post increment, it is something like a plus plus. If if your variable is a, then for example, this example you'll be seeing it when it comes to like the println statements. So if you're giving system dot out dot println a plus plus, first the current value of a will be printed, and then only the incrementation will be carried out. Pre-increment means if it is plus plus a, then first the incrementation operation will be carried out, and then only the value will be printed. Same in the case of decrement. If it is post decrement, it is something like a minus minus. If it is pre decrement, it is something like minus minus a. Okay, so let me show you quick demo on this. Once again, yes. So I'll show you a demo. Int num1. Okay, I'm going to take this value. Then I'm going to give int um, system dot out dot println post increment. Here let me give num1 plus plus. If I'm giving 4, then now 4 is printed. But when I try to retrieve the value of my num1, it is already incremented to 5. So what I'm telling is in this case, first this num1 value, current num1 value is 4, right? So my current num1 value will be printed and then only the incrementation will happen. So when I try to print the num1 value after this statement, it will be incremented by the value 1. I'm giving 6. Okay, so now first I'm trying to print it out, and then only I'm going to increment that. So afterwards, when I try to retrieve the value of num1, it is incremented to 7. If I'm going to give pre-increment, then see the difference. Plus plus num1. If I'm giving 6, see to pre-increment 7, because I have incremented and then only I have returned the value. Okay, so this is all about the pre-increment and post-decrement. I mean, decrement means you will just give minus minus, okay? And this unary operators is very important if you're preparing for your um, interview, because there are many exercises which is available on. I mean, they'll be giving you coding snippets, and then they'll be asking you to predict the correct output. There will be questions on the unary operators. So today we'll also be seeing one good DSA algorithm. If I'm not completing with the syllabus also, don't worry, I'll show you. Okay, so you can actually go through the concepts like this. So here you can go through the snippets, because here only people will be easily getting confused. See this expression and all, it's quite complex, right? So like this we are having more expression. See, so you can go through this, okay, if you're preparing for interview. And next thing is, there's your no, I guess. See, if you're giving a is equal to 5, and if you're giving a plus is equal to 3, then it is something, then it is same as a is equal to a plus 3. So your a actually becomes 8, because already it has 5, now it has been incremented by the value 3, so it becomes 8. Similarly, you can apply any arithmetic operations, okay? And when it comes to relation operations, you're actually going to check if like both of the numbers are, this is double equal to, if both of the numbers are equal to each other or not. If they're not equal to, if they're less than, if they're greater than, they're less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. I'll just show you a simple example so that you people can have idea on those things. In num1 is equal to, okay, in num2 is equal to sc dot next int. I'm just going to print if num1 is less than num2. So as I've already said, the output of the relation operator will be true or false. So when num1, let's say it is 5 and num2 is 6, so 5 is less than 6 is true, right? So I have got the output true. This is all about the relation operators. You can check for other operators, because I think I don't want to waste my time in like this basic concepts. Just in giving an overview for the people who don't. Okay, and yes, I hope you people know the truth tables of and or not. So if it is an AND gate, then see if my input is AB. If, and I'll tell you what will be the output in this case. Yes, so 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. For computation purpose, please like keep 0 as false and 1 means true. Okay, so 0 and 0. Okay, so and keep and means it it is quite relevant to the multiplication operator. So 0 anything into 0 is 0, right? So 0 into 0 it is 0. So false and true it is also false. True and false it is false. True and true it is 1. So if either of the condition is false, if it has 0, then the output will be 0 if it is in the case of and. Okay, so only when both the operands are true, then only your output will be true, otherwise it is false in all other cases. So when you take the or operator, a b and the output is 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 s. So if it is an or operator, if either of the expression is true, then your output will be true. So here 0 0 both are false, so it is something like the addition operator plus. So I mean like both are 0, right? So 0 or 0 it is 0. 0 or 1, either of your inputs are true. If either like of your inputs are having 1, then the output will be 1 for sure. True or false it is true. True or true it is true. Okay, and if for not gate, if your input is 0, then the output will be 1, its complement. If your input is 1, then your output will be 0, its complement. Okay, yes. So here in this case, actually you're going to check if a is less than 10 and a is less than 20. A is less than 10. If a has some 8 value, means 8 is less than 10, it is true. And 8 is less than 20 is also true. So true and true, your output will be true. Let me show you a demo. Okay, so boolean result is equal to num1 is greater than num2 and or num1 is greater than 10 and num2 is greater than 5. I'm printing my result. So my num1 is 3 and my num2 is 4. So 3 is not greater than 10. Okay, so it is false. Num2, 4 is not greater than 5. It is also false. False and false, it is false. False and false, it is false. Okay, so if I'm going to use OR operator, if my oh sorry, if I'm going to use my OR operator, if my num1 value is 20 and if my num2 value is 3, yes, 20 is greater than 10 is true, but 3 is greater than 5 is not true, right? So true or false, it is true. So that's why you're getting true. If it is in the case of or, then if either of the expression is true, you'll be getting that as true. So that is all about the logical operators. then it is the ternary operators. Okay, the other name of ternary is conditional operator. So only based on a condition your operator is going to work. So here in this case, if this condition is true, I mean it is actually separated by two symbols, question mark and colon. Okay, so here you will be specifying the condition. If that condition is true, then the state and then the expressions or the computations which is present in this expression 1 will be getting executed, and if it is false, then the expression 2 will be getting executed. Okay, so it is something like the if else. So if the condition is true, then this set of statements will be getting executed. If the condition is false, then again this set of statements will be executed. Okay, so let me show you a demo for this. So I'm going to check if my input number is odd or even. I can use a simple if else statement like if num mod 2 is equal to 0, then it is even. If num mod 2 is not equal to 0, then it is odd. I can write it as in a single statement. I can write system dot out dot println if my num1 mod 2 double equal to 0. See, in this condition, I'm writing it inside my println statement. You can also use it for various purposes. Okay. uh, if num1 mod 2 double equal to 0, then you have to print it as even number, otherwise odd number. So if I'm giving 4, it is printing it as even number. If I'm giving an odd number, it will print that it is an odd number. So if you are consuming if else block, then it will consume some 3 to 4 lines of code, right, or 2 lines maximum. But if you're using this simple ternary operator, it is also going to work the same way, but it is consuming only, like a very small amount of code. So whenever you're going for competitive programming things, you can use this ternary operator. Okay, in this statement, I have actually given you a use case for telling you that even inside a print statement, we can use ternary operators. Okay, if you people are fine with this, then we'll go to the bitwise operators, bitwise operator and shift operators, and I'll also give you a question to solve on. Okay, a coding question. So, did you understand until this? And people, if you know about the binary conversions, they can directly jump into the bitwise operators. What is this? 0001. Guys, have you understood until this? Okay. What about others? Only Shubham is there in the class, huh? Shubham, can you let me know how many people are watching the live right now? Okay, 17. Cool. Done. Okay. So the same, see, there are, if you're coming to the bitwise, generally you're having bitwise and bitwise not. sorry, bitwise or bitwise XOR and the shift operators. Okay, so I hope you people know if you want to convert a decimal number to its corresponding binary. As the binary is having the base value 2, for example, I'll just give a quick overview of the conversion. If you want to convert 10 is the normal number to its corresponding binary value, then what you have to do is, first of all, you have to write in the powers of 2. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, until some 2 power n. Normally 8 bits is enough. And if you're writing the corresponding values, 2 power 0 is 1, 2 power 2 is 2, 2 this is 2 power 2 is 4, 2 power 3 is 8, it's 16, 32, it goes like this. That's why it is called as 8421 rule, because here you're having 8421, right? So it is called as 8421 rule. So if you want to represent 10 means, you have to actually put, either you can tell in two ways. If you want to, make a bit from 0 to 1, it is called as setting the bit or set bit, or else I'll directly call as you have to convert 0 to 1. Okay, so 1 represents 2. So here in this case, if you want to represent 10, you have to actually see by adding what and all these numbers you'll be getting 10. If you add 8 plus 2, then it gives you the value 10, right? So in this corresponding positions, you have to place a set bit, or you want to put as 1. Remaining all you have to put 0. That's it. If it is 15, if you want to convert the decimal number 50 to its corresponding binary, you have to see by adding what and all the things you will get 15. 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 15. So what you have to put? You have to place the set bit here, and you want to put 0 in all other position. This is the corresponding binary. If you want to convert this binary to its corresponding value, what you can do is, you can actually see. So where and all you're having array. Where and all you're having 1, if I want to convert this binary to its corresponding decimal, where and all you're having 1, you have to just add the things. So here in the place of 8 and in the place of 2, you're having set bit. So the corresponding decimal value is 8 plus 2, which is 10. That's so this is the way you how you will convert the binary to decimal and decimal to binary. So the same truth table for and or only we are going to follow, but the thing is we are going to follow it in terms of its bit level. Okay, so let me first give 5 bitwise and 4. If it is logical, and you will place 2 ampersand. If it is a like bitwise, and you will place a single ampersand. Okay, so first you want to represent 5 and 4 in terms of binary. 16, In 8 bits, I'll represent 32, 64, 128. So 5. If I want to represent 5, I get 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. So in places 4 and 1, I'll put 1. In all other places, I'll put 0. And if it is 4, then I'll put 1 in the fourth position and everywhere 0. Yes. Now I want to apply the AND operation here, right? Bitwise AND. The same logic only I'm going to use. If it is 0 and 0, it is 0. If it is 0 and 1, it is 0. If it is 1 and 0, it is 0. It is 1 and 1, it is 1. So 1 and 0 is 0. 0 and 0, it is 0. 1 and 1, it is 1. Okay, in all other places, 0, 0, 0. Because 0 and 0, it is 0 only. 0, 0. So if I'm converting this into the corresponding binary format, I'll check where and all I have my 1 value. Only in the fourth place I have 1, so my corresponding decimal value will be 4. Okay, so if I try to show you it in the code format, num2 is equal to 4, num1 bitwise and num2. See, you're getting 4 as the output. This is how you will be doing the bitwise and. Okay, if you want to do the bitwise or, guys, are you fine with the bitwise and? A quick reply. Done. So bitwise or also for the same value, I'll put the bitwise or. This truth table we are going to use. If either of the input is I mean 1, so my output will be 1. So 1 and 0, 1 or 0, it is 1. 0 or 0, it is 0. 1 or 1, it is 1. Then in remaining cases, it is 0. So if I take the corresponding decimal value, it is nothing but it is, you'll see where and all you are having 1. So in the place of 4 and 1, you are having 1. So 4 plus 1, it is 5. So let me show you an example for that. Okay. Num1 or num2, it is 5. Okay. And next thing is XOR. For the XOR operator, the truth table will be, for the XOR, the truth table will be A, B, output. If both of your operands are different, then your output will be 1. If it is 0 and 1, I mean 0 and 0, both are same, so it is 0. Output will be 0. If it is 0 and 1, difference in operators is there, right? 0 and 1, they are not same. So your output will be 1. 1 and 0, they both are different, so your output will be 1. 1 and 1, both are same, so your output will be 0. So this is the truth table for the XOR operator. So if you want to apply XOR, XOR is actually represented in the form of this symbol. Okay, so if you want to apply XOR, then you have to check 1 and 0. They both are different operands, so 1. 0 and 0, same operand, so your output will be 0. 1 and 1, you are having same operand, so your output will be 0. 0 and 0, everything is same, so you'll be getting 0 only, because both these operands are same, right? Only if both are different, it will be 1. So if you are converting this into corresponding decimal format, only you have the set bit at the position 1, so 1 will be your output. XOR. Okay, you're getting 1 as your output. So next is the shift operators. Mm, when it comes to shift operators, you're having two things: shift left and shift right. If it is something like this, 5 right shift 2, it is the meaning is shift the bits of 5 to its right 2 times. Okay, if it is 3, then 3 times. So if it is something like this, what you'll be doing is you're going to shift the bits of 5 to its right for 3 times. How much times you're specifying over here? If it is something like this, then you're going to shift the bits of 4 to its left 3 times. Okay, so let me show you a simple example for that. So I'll be giving 5 right shift 2. Okay, so I want to shift the bits of 5 towards its right twice. So first I'll do my first shift towards right, means this is my right. This is right. So this one goes out of the frame. This 0 comes over here. This 1 comes over here. This 0 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 comes over here. And here I'll be having empty space, right? So it will be filled with 0 only. So this is my first shift number 1. For the second shift, again what I'll be doing is this 0 goes out of the frame. This one comes here. This 0 comes here. This 0 comes here. Just you're going to shift the bits, that's it. This 0 comes here. This 0 it comes here. This 0 comes here. The newly added 0 in the previous step, it comes to the next to its right. Here you'll be having an empty space, you'll be filling it with 0. So this is my second shift. So what I have told to shift the bits of 5 to its right only twice. So this is my final output. So if I want to convert this into the corresponding decimal format, I am having 1 only at my first position. So my output will be 1. So if I'm giving something like 5, num1 as num2 as 2, 5 right shift 2, my output will be 1. Okay, so this is what I have got. So if it is this is in the case of right shift. If it is in the case of left shift 2, first write the bits of 5. Yes. So you want to do your first shift towards the left. So this one comes here, this zero comes here, this one comes here, this zero comes here, this zero comes here, this zero comes here, and this zero comes here. Here you will be left with an empty space. You have to fill it up with zero. This is your first shift. In your second shift, again everything will be shifted towards its left. So this zero comes over here. This one will come here. This zero will come here. This one will come here. This zero will come here. All zeros will be shifted here. This zero here. This zero here. This zero goes out of the frame. Here you'll be having an empty space. Here you'll be filled with zero. So if you want to convert, like this is your second shift. You have only asked your program to shift the bits of 5 towards its left only twice. So two shifts are over. So if you take the corresponding, value, it is 16. One is present at 16 and at 4. So 16 plus 4 it is 20. So your output must be 20. Let's check. 5 left shift 2. You're having 20 as your output. Okay. So this is the operators which we can apply at the bit level, bitwise level. Okay. Yes. If you have any questions, you can ask now. Or is the things clear to you all? If things are clear, then we can take a 5-minute break. After which I'll provide you a coding question. You can solve that. Yes. What about others, guys? Clear, done. So like you can take a 5-minute break. So at 7:12 we'll again resume the session and I'll be providing you with a coding question. Okay. So you have to, I'll provide you some 10 minutes, something like that, so that you can solve that question. We'll discuss the solution and we'll discuss the optimal way to solve that question as well. Okay. Yes. So take a 5-minute break. If you people have any doubts, you can post it in the chat. I'll clear those doubts. If not, join at 7:12. Okay, we'll resume the session. Yes, Shubham, actually, yes, it will be uploaded in YouTube only. Once the live gets over, it will be there in the YouTube itself. Yes, so I think people are again, like you people have joined. Uh, my screen is visible, right? Vishal or thank you, Shubham. My voice and video is clear from my end, right? People, you can respond. I hope it's clear. So the question is this. Okay, so given an array where all the elements have even frequency except one element, find that one element which has odd frequency. Okay, so in an array, the input will be in the format of an array where the array will have only the integer values. Okay, and the elements in the present in the array will have even frequency. Normally frequency means the number of occurrences of that particular element. So if here one, if you take one as the element, then one is present twice. If we take three as the element, three is present only once. If we take four, four is present twice. So the count of the times, how many times the element is present is called as its frequency. So in this case, in the array of the numbers, only one element will be having an E odd frequency. We have to correctly find that one element that is going to have an odd frequency. So in this case, the output is 3 because 3 has the frequency 1. The element 3 has only 1 as the frequency, or it can also be said as the element 3 has present only one time, which is odd. 1 is odd, right? So that's why the output is 1. So if 3 is present for 5 times, 5 is also odd, then in that case also 3 will be the, the answer. So the constraints are only one element will be present with which has odd frequency according to our constraints, and you have to like first you go with brute force approach itself. Okay, there is nothing wrong in that, but after more optimizations you have to try solving the problem in O of n and O of 1, space complexity and time complexities. I think you people know what is time and space complexity, right? People, do you know what do you mean by time and space complexity? So, time complexity means whenever you're writing a particular logic or whenever you're writing a particular code, the time taken for executing your code, apart from like the inputs and all, the time taken in order to execute your code, in order to run your program, is actually called as time complexity. And space complexity is nothing but apart from the space that is required for the inputs and the outputs, the memory allocations or the memory space, how much your code is consuming, the space how much your code is consuming, or your logic is consuming, that is actually called as space complexity. So whenever you are writing an optimized code, you have to see to that your time and space complexity must be less. Your TC, time complexity, must also be less, and your space complexity must also be less. So first give me some brute force solutions. Like as a hint, you can either go with a brute force solution, or you can go with, we have a collection in Java which is actually used in order to find the frequency of the elements. You can also use that. You can use internet to get output for this, to get the answers, but uh, implement it parallelly in your IDEs, get the output, and then you share the code with me. Okay, and but after optimizations, we want to come up with a solution with O of n and O of 1 space complexity. Runtime error. No, no, it's not runtime error. Time and space complexities means the complexity which your program or logic is actually taking. The time taken for running, executing your program, it is called as time complexity, and the memory space which is required apart from your inputs and the outputs. Because for inputs and outputs, obviously you need to allocate some memory, right? So the memory space which is required in those cases, apart from excluding your inputs and outputs, how much memory your program or logic is going to consume, that is termed as space complexity. Okay, so guys, are you clear with the question? Can you people take 10 to 15 minutes to solve this problem? We'll also discuss the solutions. Don't worry, you try. If you're not getting the answer, we'll like yes, runtime occur yes. See here, runtime and all will not come. Time complexity is nowhere related to runtime. It is amount of time taken to execute your code. That's it. So, people, are you clear with the question? Hari, Vishal, are you clear with the question? If you're clear with the question, you can start solving. One more hint, you can also solve this problem with the concept which we have seen until now. The basic concept also you can use. Solved. Oh, good, cool. Like Vishal, like please don't share your code now. After 10 minutes you share the code. I want others also to try to solve this problem. Okay. Yes. So take 10 minutes. So at 7:30 you share the code, so that for the next 10 to 15 minutes we'll discuss the different solutions that is present for this problem, and then we'll wind up our today's session. Okay. Yes. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat. I'll clear your doubts as well. Um, Prabhav, I think you haven't copied the full code, right? I think you have copied only the snippet. How you are calculating the count value that you haven't specified? Can you copy the entire? I mean, share the entire code. So yes, good. Vishal and Vishal, Prabhav, Hari, like good. You people have responded. First, I want to say good for that itself. Um, Hari and Vishal's logic, yes. You people have used XOR operator good. But Prabhu, like, can you share me how you're calculating the count value? Because okay, now we are checking whether you're. I mean, because are you printing the count of numbers with odd frequency? I'm asking the element that has the odd frequency. So yes, we'll discuss the solutions and then we'll wind up today's session. Okay. Yes, I'll use this space. So input is this, right? So first thing what you can do is either you can use hash map. Okay, hash map, we have this this is one of the collections that is used in Java. Yes, so one of the collections that is used in Java. Okay, I'll tell you what hash map is and how we can implement the hash map. Okay, when it comes to hash map, you can, I mean, the elements are stored in a key in terms of key value pairs. Okay, so your key must be always unique. It must not have any duplication in it. Value can have any duplication. So in this case, good Jaya, int array is equal to 0 if array motto is equal to 0, even frequency. No, no, like what is this array? So here you're having this array, right? So I mean, I'll tell you how we should define the array and all. No issues. Just for logics, I'm asking you people. Okay. So here in this case, the element will be stored as the key because the elements are unique, right? Elements can be unique. So the elements that is present in my array will be stored as the key, and the frequency or the count of that particular item in my array will be stored as the value. Okay, so let me create a hash map. So people who know Python, hash map is something like a dictionary. Okay, so I'll first implement this in code wise. People, you're not giving the entire code, you're just giving some snippets. But good, you have tried it out. In order to use the hash map, I want to import star from the util library, and for defining the hash map I want to use like this statement hash map. I want to specify the data type of the key and the value which I'm going to use. So in this case, my element will also be an integer value, and my normal value will also be, as it is the count of that particular element, it is also going to be an integer value. So while like declaring the hash map, I'll be using integer comma integer map is my hash map's name is equal to new hash map of. Okay, yep, cool. So next what I'll be doing is I'll be creating an array. Don't worry, like array and all we'll be seeing in the next class. 1 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 3 comma 3 4. Yes. Okay, so next thing, um I'll be iterating through this array. For int I is equal to 0, I is less than arr dot length, I plus plus, if map dot contains key. Contains key is actually a method to check whether that particular key is present or not. So first what I'm doing, if my array is something like this, let's have it as simple 1 1 2. If my array 1 1 2 3, if my array is like this, I'll tell you the flow what I'm going to do. Initially my hash map will be empty like this, right? So I'm going to check. So when my control comes over here into my array, I'm going to check whether I have the element one in my hash map. No, I don't have any element. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a key one with my frequency as 1, because that time I have visited this element, right? So next I'll be moving on to my second index. So I'll be checking in my hash map whether 1 is already present or not, because key cannot be having the duplicated values. So I'm checking about 1 is already present. So what I'll do is I'll retrieve this value with the help of get function. Okay, I'll retrieve this value, I'll increment, and I'll again replace it. So here it becomes 2, because 1 is present 2 times, right? So I'll just retrieve. See, in array we'll be able to manipulate, or we'll be able to get the contents with the help of indexing, right? Similarly, when it comes for hash map, we'll be able to manipulate, or we'll be able to access the elements that is present in an hash map only with the help of keys. Okay, so I'll just get the value of the element 1, and I will increment it, and I'll again push it into my hash map. Then my control comes to 2. I'll check whether 2 is present in my hash map or not. No, 2 is not present, right? So what I'll do is I'll create a key with true value, and then I'll put 1. And then I'll come to 3. 3 is not present in my hash map, so I'll put 3 as the key with the value as 1 over here. So this is my frequency array. That is what I'm going to do here. So if map dot contains, sorry, if not map dot contains key of arr of I, then what I'll be doing is map dot put arr of I as the key and 1 as the frequency. Else what I'll be doing is int val is equal to map dot get of arr of I val plus plus map dot put arr of I comma val. So next is system dot out dot println map. Okay, doing like this. Let's see what happens. Yes, I'm getting the elements as the key with the frequency. So here in this case, then what I'll do is I'll iterate over my frequency. I'll iterate over my values. So here it is 2, it is 1, 4, 2, 2, 2. Here only one element I have with odd frequency. So I'll return my element, the output as 2. So this is the way how you will declare and you will make use of hash map. There are many problems in the lead code with which hash map can be used to solve, because hash map is a good structure, and usually whenever you're going with finding the frequency, hash map is used. Okay, And before hash map, there is also one. Okay, first thing is hash map. Second one is bucket algorithm. I mean, now I think, let's discuss about the bucket algorithm in our next session. Okay, because today I'll wind it up the session at 7:50 because I'm having a meeting at 8. Yep, bucket algorithm we'll see in the next class. Third is, many people have used that. We can use the bitwise XOR. Actually, in this case, bitwise will work. Why? Because my constraint is, guys, if you have any doubts in the hash map, you can let me know in the chat. Okay. Ankur has also used, bitwise XOR only. Yes, so as many people have already, got the logic of solving the problem in O of n and O of n complexity, I'll just give an overview. So in this case, you can easily, use the bitwise XOR for this scenario because only one element is going to have all frequency. Other than that, everything will be having an even frequency, right? So let's see what happens when we are applying XOR, for two values which is of um, A and B will have same value. If I'm going to apply the XOR, let's see what happens. See, if I'm going to apply 5, if I'm going to apply 10 XOR 10, how I'll be representing 8421 rule. I'll be representing 10 as 1010. First 10. Next 10 as 1010. So we have already seen the truth table of XOR. If both my operands are different, then only the output will be 1. If my both operands are same, the output will be 0, right? So 0 and 0, it is 0 over here. 1 and 1, it's same, so it is 0 again. 0 and 0, it's same, so it's 0 here. 1 and 1, it's same, so again it's 0 here. So whenever you're applying a bit, XOR for two values which is having same value, it cancels out. Okay, so that's why in our case, what happens? I have said element, only one element has odd frequency, right? So in this case, what happens? First, this one and one will get array. If my array is something like this, one, one, two, three, three, two, two. What happens? This one and this one will get cancelled out when you're applying XOR. Then this two and this two will get cancelled out when you're applying XOR. And this 3 and this 3 will get cancelled out when you get XOR. So only this 2 is present, right? So remaining all, as it got cancelled out, the corresponding result will be 0. So let's see what will happen if you're going to apply XOR to 0 XOR 2. So 2 is represented as 0010. 0 is represented as 0000. So whenever you're applying XOR for 0 and another value, your another number, your output will be the another number only. Okay, so 0 and 0 both are same, so 0. 1 and 0 both are different, so your output will be 1. 0 and 0 both are same, so your output will be 0. 0 and 0 both are same, so your output will be 0. So here, if you're converting, the corresponding value is 2. Correct. 2. So 2 is the element which has odd frequency. So here also you are getting 2 as the output. So this is where you can apply the bitwise XOR operator in order to find. In this case only it will work because only one element has OR frequency. There are many questions like which includes this bitwise operators. You can put lead code bit manipulation. There are many number of problems you can actually go through this and you can start solving because there are good questions which requires this bitwise solutions, and that is more optimal. So in our case, in that example, the bitwise using bitwise XOR is the most optimal solution. So there are around 240 problems you can go and solve them. You can explore more. Problems which involves the permutation, combination questions and all. Permutation and combination questions and all. It uses bitwise only. Okay, so yes, so this is all about today. People, have you got the different solutions? Have you understood? Good. I really want to appreciate Vishal, Hari, Prabhav, Jaya, and Ankur because you have taken effort to solve the problem, right? So is this fine? Tomorrow, I mean not tomorrow. Monday we'll start with Monday we'll start with the conditional statements and all, conditional and the looping statements, and then we'll also solve some problems in that. So, guys, is it fine? Can we wind up the session? And before that, I want you people to let me know how the session was, your feedback, and whether you people have understood things or not. Yes, okay. And I hope you people have, um created your accounts in the coding platforms and you have started solving the things, and lead code contests will also be conducted. Fully clear, good. Lead code contest will also be conducted, like every week. So tomorrow Sunday, morning 8 to 9:30, the contest will be live. So you can yes, Prabhu, you have to sign in whenever you are using DSA A to Z DSA sheet because if you're signing up, no, actually you will be getting it will be according to your profile, how much you have completed will also be shown to you. So you have to sign in. That's free only. That's not even an issue. So yes, so you people can start solving the driver sheet along with. You can also give the lead code contest tomorrow also from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. We have the contest, so you can go start solving, and you can delve more into the DSA stuffs. Yes. So can you wind up the session if everything is clear from my end? And really sorry for yesterday because here the weather was really bad and I was not even getting good network connection. So that's why at the last moment I was about to postpone the session. Done. Once again, I'll put a message to them. So if you people have any doubts, you can ask, or else you can leave. Thank you everyone for attending patiently, and thank you for your cooperation, guys. It's not any test, Prabhav. Like it's not any test. The lead code contest. I'm asking. You can actually try solving those contests to get more idea on the DSA questions. So it is not any test. I'm just telling a lead code platform will be conducting contest. Like every Sunday, and bi-weekly contest is also there on every. Alternative Saturdays. So you can go give that contest so that you will get more idea on the things. Okay. It's not any test. It's out of your interest only. You're going to do that. And good, you have asked that question. Good. Start solving. Tomorrow you solve, and Monday you let me know the experience of how the questions was, what you faced. Okay, like so that we'll discuss in the class. Okay, guys. So let's see on Monday. Okay. So if you have any doubts, um, condition operator. Okay, okay. For that question, like it wasn't okay. Okay, it wasn't any question. Just like for explaining the things, I have actually displayed that. Good, good, Nazreen. So yes, we are done for the day. I would like to wind up the session. If you have any doubts, you can let me know on Monday, or I have also given my mail ID. Right, you can text me there as well. So thank you, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you.